So everybody, welcome back to another episode of Goopy Sims 2, coming at you with another speed build. Today's speed build is inspired by a barber shop that I walked by kind of near where I live. The barber shop is called Father and Son Barber Shop. And I've actually never been inside the actual barber shop near my place, so this is all based off of my imagination and also the movie Barbershop, which is a classic. And there we have it, beautiful Pleasant View. Okay, so this is where Father and Son Barber Shop is, right in front of this billboard alleyway looking area to the left. It's one of the smallest lots that you can put in a neighborhood. It's 2x2. But I was able to fit that alleyway billboard and that sewer grate back there. It was actually a perfect fit. Most of my community lots that I build are pretty big, especially Capitalism Bazaar is huge. For this lot though, I wanted it to be very compact and more realistic in my opinion, with only one service being offered, and that is haircuts. The building that I walked by that inspired me is a brick building, I'm pretty sure pre-war. And I wanted to make a residential space on this lot, so whoever moves in up there can run the barbershop. As you see, I placed the 2 salon chairs right away just to make sure I build everything around them and make sure there's enough space. And on that second level that I'm building, that is going to be where the residential area is, so it would just be one family living up there. And I designed it modular, so eventually they can build on more if they increase their profits and revenue. This is a great property for a starter business and family, one that doesn't have a lot of funds. It's small, taxes won't be high, and you can rip people off by giving them haircuts, and even if they don't turn out good, you can still charge them. And bonus points if you get a father and son working. So I found this glass brick trimmed wall which I fell in love with, and some other matching walls, so I added those throughout. I wanted to go with a classic city brick. I didn't really know what to do with the roof at first. I was just kind of playing around. The building that inspires this build is just a tall, boxy building. So I wanted this to have a similar effect, but not be quite identical. This glass door has an awesome skin that you can choose that has security bars over it, so it's more abandoned looking in a sense. And I figured this brick fencing matches well enough, so I can kind of create the illusion that it blends into the building, and at the same time it encompasses the entire lot. This is a trash and recycling area. I don't know where the inspiration for this part came from, but I definitely wanted to make a bus stop slash shelter. You can add them in your neighborhood as decorations, however in your lots it isn't a thing, so I created an awning 3 tiles wide, put a bench and a garbage can underneath there. Classic American bus stop right there. These windows are awesome. I really like them because they come with a variant where it's cranked open, so I usually add a couple of those and have the rest closed. For the waiting area, I wanted there to be a bay window, and I only had a few options. This one does stand out quite a bit, however I like the shape a lot, and the colors, they're not too bad either. At first I thought I was going to put windows on this wall. I was trying to find any that would work. In the end, I figured I probably shouldn't even put any windows except for maybe one decorative one, so I put that small circle window there. There are a couple rooms in this build. There's the main hallway, there's the sitting area, there's the salon where the 2 chairs are, that is the bathroom on the left, and then the rest of the rooms on the first floor are for employees, and then the door leading to the staircase would be locked only for the tenant. So these doors actually don't let any Sims go through them when you're playing the lot, so that's kind of nice. So basically when you go to this lot, you can only access the public areas. You can probably tell I was going with earthy tones as a theme for this, and more of a older, smoky kind of feeling establishment. Luckily, Sims 2 has great counters that totally fit that vibe. So I added counters to lay parallel to the chairs. They didn't match up perfectly, so I have them a little staggered. And of course you have to have mirrors. I just went with the classic full lengths. So there's the inside view of the bay window. Adding a turntable. And I recently started using this Build-A-Couch, and I really like it. It also comes with specific sound effects when your sim sits on it, so it's like that squishy, leathery sound. So that's pretty funny. Mounting a TV on the wall, classic. You can watch the news, football game, the weather channel. And I wanted to add a vending machine somewhere, and it fit perfectly underneath the television. You can hang up your coat right when you walk in, hang up your hat, knowing that you're in good company at Father and Son Barber Shop. With the free time expansion pack came a lot of awesome decorations that deal with hobbies. So there was one that had hairbrushes, so I added that to the counter space. There's also these signs for salons, so I added a couple of those. I like to just go through all the decorations and see whatever catches my eye. I thought ceiling fans would be fun. And then I got onto wall art. I wanted to put some wall art on the wall with different hairstyles to kind of have inspiration. So that poster is of some kind of sim boy band. In the back employee room, I put a cork memo board. There's actually a couple varieties, so I put a few of them. Nice little coat and hat rack for the wall. And the iconic red-haired woman portrait. And I figured that looked pretty good for a mix of hair inspirations. I rarely use curtains in my builds because the sunlight doesn't really matter. It's more just for decoration. And I was trying to find somewhere to put this tall rack, but there's literally nowhere near the salon chairs that I could put them. So I just put it in the bathroom. And I love it when a small business has a big fish tank, so I had to add one there alongside the radiator. At this point, I'm still continuing to go through all the decorations. I wanted to make sure I wasn't missing any that I thought would be a great fit. For example, that stack of books and magazines on that corner table. And I really wanted to maximize the usage of the space. So there's not a lot of space to walk around other than around the salon chairs in the hallway and outside. And that's kind of the point. For realism's sake, I added these great steel light poles. And of course, my favorite, lighting. Have to add lighting throughout. Luckily, this is a very small build, so that didn't take long at all. The metal roof is my favorite. I add it to pretty much every brick building in my neighborhood. For the grass, I kept it at the sparse and spotty one. And to create the illusion of the concrete continuing where you can't place it, I spray painted some sand. And the back area is only accessible for employees and tenants, so customers will not be able to go back there at all. I added a nice table in the middle to put the magazines and books on. That way they can be more accessible and not just shoved in the corner. And then for the corner, I needed to put something on the table. Was having a hard time. Eventually I settled on the classic ship in a bottle. I needed to put something in that corner. I didn't know what. Then I figured, why not just put a comfy chair? Maybe the owner can sit there smoking a cigar, reading the paper, watching the fish. I'm just looking at the flooring, everything looks great, pretty polished, taking some photos. And there you have it, Father and Son Barber Shop in Goopy Sims 2 Pleasant View. If you like this video, please like it, comment what you think, what you want me to play next, subscribe, and share it with all your friends. Stay posted for the next video. Sol.